Another day, another update from Anthropic, and this one is pretty substantial because Claude is now closer than it's ever been before to a true 24/7 AI employee. If you have not seen already, in the desktop version of Claude, in Claude Code, you can now set up scheduled reoccurring tasks, no coding, just straight English, almost like an automation. All right, now there are some drawbacks. I'm going to be walking you through the setup in this video, the pros, the cons, but it's opening up so many more opportunities because Claude Code is different than Claude Cowork, which they release scheduled tasks for a few days ago or about a week ago. So this just opens up so many more different pathways to get more work done with less time on our end as business owners or people just trying to be more productive. So we're gonna break all of this down in this video. So with this update, if you go to Claude Code in the desktop, all you need to do is tell Claude in plain English what you want, no coding necessary, no terminal. Pick a cadence, hourly, daily, or weekly, and it will run automatically. And to do this, obviously you need the desktop app. So just go to Claude Code Docs, look for desktop, go down and download it for your operating system, sign in, and what you'll see is chat at the top. This is what you normally would use on like Google Chrome. You have Cowork, which is the elevated version, and then you have Code, which is the best. And we'll be spending our time in this tab today in Code, scheduling out tasks. As you can see, I already created one in like 5 minutes. And why this is different is because Claude Code is significantly different than Claude Cowork. So in Claude Cowork, which is this tab right here, you had scheduled tasks. Now, Claude Cowork is still amazing, but it was more linear, right? So step one, step two, step three. This happens, then that happens, and this happens, right? You get your input, a few things happen, you get your output. There's no real changing that. With Claude Code and now scheduling tasks in Claude Code, which we're going to set up right after this, it's now more agentic, to use that type of terminology. It could read something, it could then do that just like this, but if it fails, it could try something else, it could verify another route, and it could still get it done. And the way I compare it is like this. If you want food, there's two different ways. One is the microwave, straight input, output. Input, you put the food in, you hit the buttons. Output, you get warm food. Cool. A chef, on the other hand, can think if it's a missing ingredient, if it can adapt, if it finds a better solution or a better recipe. It can still get the food on the table in a bunch of different ways. Microwave, in and out, linear. A chef has knowledge, it's smart, and they can do different things. Either way, you're going to get your food, but one is significantly better. If you want to follow along, I created a completely free guide to download everything, set up everything, and I also gave you the 5 prompts that we'll be briefly covering in this video. It'll be for completely free down below. It's super simple. You're going to go to Claude Desktop, you're going to go to Claude Code, and you're going to go to a new task right here. It's going to have you fill in the name, the description, the actual information of the scheduled task. You're going to work in a specific folder, and this is where you could set the cadence. So if you want it weekdays, weekly, hourly, daily, and then what time. All right. Now I set this up earlier. What we talk about on this channel is marketing, growing our business with Claude and these technologies. So I want a content brief every single morning. I post content every single day, and something to just summarize what my competition is doing and what is working is going to be super helpful for me. So I named it content brief. Description is a summary of my content for the day. And this is the prompt that I give it. Every morning, read my brand voice MD and my content strategy, which is in this folder right here. If you haven't watched my video on correctly setting up Claude Code to work for you in the best organized way, make sure you check that out on my channel because you're going to want to set up a folder that has brand voice, content strategy, ICP, and all those things. So you can reference it later on and say, understand what my audience is looking for, and then search for what's trending in AI. Based on what you find, generate these few things: a working title, the angle of that title, and then why this is something I should create right now, and then save it to morning-digest.md and then overwrite yesterday's file. This is an important little step at the end here because there's two options. I don't want to save all of these. Like I just wanted to generate and then replace the one from the older day. If you want it to be saved, so you could have like a backlog of all of your daily briefs, you could also do that. Just make sure you change this and say create morning-digest-date for the specific day and save them all in the folder. I want mine replaced because I don't care about saving these, but if you want it different, just delete this. And then you could change these here. So you could either ask for permission every time, auto accept, or plan mode. I recommend auto accept, to be honest, because you don't have to hit the button every single time to accept. And then make sure you're choosing the branch correctly. So right now we're in my marketing folder. Also, I could work my personal, my business's operations, and a bunch of other things there. I'm going to have this run at 9 a.m. every single day, and then I'm going to save it. All right, now, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to run this right now just to show you what the output. All right, and the first thing that it's going to do is going to read my brand and content strategy, my brand voice and content strategy, search for trending AI tools online, and generate 5 content ideas, which is exactly in the script. So it's just sort of reiterating to itself what it has to do. It's going to read through my company's knowledge base, which has my brand voice in it. Look at my YouTube content strategy, which is all outlined in this master folder called Attract AI Marketing. Awesome. And it's going to go ahead and just do the task. Awesome. And just like that, it's done. Another cool thing that it did, which I didn't ask it to do, is it checked other videos I've already done. So I have a bunch of other videos already in my content ideation base, and it doesn't want to give me repeats, which is also pretty cool. And now it's all done, and the updated morning digest is going to be written. It's going to say write it out and display it here so I can take a look, please. Cool. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll show you one more cool capability. Since everything's in Claude Code and everything's more connected through MCPs, skills, plugins, so it's going to write the digest for me right now. You could do really cool things like this right here. All right, here is the digest. What's happening in AI today on the 7th. Major ad agencies are now using Claude Code to vibe code and turn marketing tools. Makes sense. All of this can be about marketing because that's what we talk about on this channel, and I run an AI marketing company. So you could tailor this to whatever you want. Claude shipped loop. I'm going to make a video on this. This is even better than this, to be honest. It's pretty crazy. The Super Bowl Anthropic ad. Okay, still in conversation. All right, cool. Here are the content ideas. 1 content idea, 2 content idea, 3, 4, 5. Cool. And it gave me the pillar. So this is internal to me, but I have pillars of my content. I hit different places in the market where I see fit. So it's going to give me the pillar. It's giving me why I should create it now and then the angle I should take. Okay, cool. Like this is actually pretty good. And what I'm going to do now is, since again, I'm using Claude Code and I have Claude Code configured to be synced with my Airtable through MCPs and a bunch of other stuff, which watch my other videos to set that up. This is what I'm going to do. All right. This is pretty cool. Awesome. I really like idea number 5. Let's go ahead and save that to my Airtable. Let's make this a make now video because I do want to get on this pretty quickly. So I'm just gonna give it that there, and it's going to go to my Airtable, which is where I store all of my content, and put that idea in there for me. All right, 30 seconds later, it's added it to my Airtable in the make now priority. This is the title. This is the pillar, top of funnel. And yeah, there we go. It's pretty easy. And then it also draws in this skill. This is my YouTube session skill. It's what I use to create my YouTube videos end to end, including the thumbnail, including the title, including the editing. Everything that you're watching right now was all done by Claude Code. If you want more videos on that, make sure to check out my paid community. We have the entire system there. If you want to create more content using AI. I'm gonna go over to my Airtable, which is where I host all of my content. This is also the product that our clients use, and it's just really good for organizing content specifically on YouTube, generates my scripts, does all of those great things. It has all my content ideas. Let me go over to content ideas, and we should see in the make now priority, boom. This is the video that it just added for me. All right. The Claude Code loop that changes everything. And this is the description. All right. So I went from morning brief to look at content ideas to finding one that I like, to putting it into my organization so my team could see it as well. And then what I could do from here is I could draw in the YouTube session, and it will literally script out the entire video for me, create the presentation for me, do the thumbnails, do everything for me. And that's all I have to do every single day to post content that makes me money for my business, right? It's really that simple. You can sort of see why this is game changing, because now this is going to run every single morning at 9 a.m. for me. And this is just scratching the surface. And as good as this is, the one limitation I do want to be upfront and let you know about is this will not work if your computer is not turned on and Claude Desktop is not open. That's the one downside. This is running locally. It's not running on the cloud anymore. So this has to be open. There are a few ways around that. You could have a dedicated machine like Mac Mini. People are buying crazy Mac Minis right now. So you could have that always running, or just keep your computer awake all the time. That's another way that you could solve this. And then if you do miss a run, like for example, if your laptop is closed at 10 a.m. and you have something scheduled for 9 a.m., as soon as you open your laptop, open Claude Desktop, that scheduled task is still going to run, which is really good. If you go multiple days without running it, then what's going to happen is going to run the previous day. So it's not going to run all the previous days you missed. It's just going to run the last iteration of what you missed. But the cool thing is, like day to day, since I'm assuming everyone here is opening up their computer and going to work every single day, if you wake up later than the scheduled task and open your computer and open the app, it will still run and you'll still get a notification. Now you should explore different ways of like adding sound to the notification, all of those things. I'm going to be doing a much bigger breakdown. This just dropped, so I just want to get it out there and help you guys out. But that is what you can do. And again, just scratching the surface, but you should also know this. And again, if you want the entire setup guide and the 5 scheduled tasks I'm going to be implementing for myself, feel free to check them out in the description completely for free and go build some stuff that is amazing, guys. This is going to save you a lot of time, specifically if you just be super intentional, sit down. What do you do every single day that can be automated? Put it into the desktop right here, and you will have something in no time that's helping you schedule stuff out every single day, take some tasks off of your plate or even off of your team's plate, and you're going to get more done in less time. So if you like this video, make sure you check out this video next, and I'll see you there.